Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kagekaze, and you are looking at Bit.Trip Runner as part of the Humble Indie Bundle number 6. This is one of 10 games you can get from this bundle. Now, how do you get this game? Well, simple. You go to humblebundle.com and you donate money to charity for EFF and Child's Play. Now, Bit.Trip Runner is an interesting game. I like to think of it as kind of a combination rhythm game and memory game. Well, I suppose rhythm games are generally an exercise in memorization. So we're going to go here and go into one of the beginning levels and show off this game a bit. It is very much a 2D, like I said, memorization. I was going to say platformer, but truthfully, the way it plays out is you have a set of abilities, around 4 or 5, and you have to perform them in certain sequences. Now here from the beginning you'll actually see it tells you what your abilities are at first, and eventually it stops holding your hand, and it still teaches you. Now the beautiful thing is, you see here, if you fail, you kind of get rewound back to the beginning. Don't worry, this isn't just for the intro stages, even though I am in the tutorial stage right now. It will let you do that for any stage. And honestly, it just comes down to remembering where everything is. And the reason why I called it a rhythm game is if you listen to the soundtrack, you'll hear that as you go, each action you perform performs a musical note. And you can actually use this to help you in the memorization of the stages. A very unique mechanic. I find this game absolutely fascinating for that. So your goal is to get through the level collecting all these gold bars, and then get to the end. Now you can skip all the little pluses that you saw, you can skip the gold bars, but if you get all the gold bars, you get a bonus level. And of course the bonus level is a tribute to Pitfall for the old Atari, including the scrolling copyright information in the lower left hand corner. Fortunately this part doesn't have any music. I would have liked to have seen this have some music, but when you think about it, the original Pitfall didn't have music in it either, so it kind of makes sense. It's pretty fun. The later levels really do start to get difficult, and you really have to run through each stage multiple times before you finally get a hold of what exactly you need to do. I haven't quite beaten the first zone. There's 3 zones in this game, each one with about, I would imagine, 11 levels, because that's what Zone 1 has, although the others might have more. But I really do like this music. Now the beautiful thing is, I'll show you the mechanic here for the music. You get the little blips and bleeps here as you go along, doing the puzzle. Now when you grab the plus, the background music upgrades itself. It's got now a little more robust, a few more notes to it, a better beat. Keep going. We'll get the next one. Now let's go ahead and fail one of these challenges. And I'll get to that point again and kind of show you how the music works. You're still going to get the notes for everything that you do, but if you miss any one of those, you just don't get the upgraded background, and of course that reduces your score. So we'll just miss that and you'll see, okay, the background actually didn't change at all. So the music in the game is very much dependent upon how well you do, much like other rhythm games, kind of like, say, a Guitar Hero. There you go, I got that, and you can see the music starts picking up. Of course I'll miss that one, so I won't get better music. And you can still complete the stage. Now as you learn the stages, you can choose to just basically scrape by and complete the stage, just so you can unlock the other stages. But you might want to go back and try the other stages. That's really what this game and a lot of the other games in this bundle really seem to be about. Dust Force was very much about that. Shatter, being an Arkanoid game, was very much about that too. Many of the others seem to be like they would be like that as well. There's another game a lot like Shatter called Wizorb. That's the beautiful thing. I didn't mention it earlier, but the Humble Indie Bundle number 6 has gotten 4 brand new games. I mentioned in the beginning that there were 10 games in total, and if you remember the original deal, it was only 6 games. So the games that were added were this, Bit.Trip Runner, Gratuitous Space Battles, Jamestown, and Wizorb. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually quit out of this, and I'll show you one of the later stages. Not the one I'm having a hard time with, I'll show you this one, End of the Beginning. So you can kind of see how everything starts to play together. They teach you the mechanics, they hold your hand at first, but eventually they're going to let go. And I'll kind of show you how they teach you later on. So here I've got a block. Okay, I got hit by it, I'm going to need to avoid it. If you've ever watched Egoraptor's Sequelitis, you'll kind of know what I'm about to go over here. Well, I just found another one of those blocks, and it killed me. Now, the game lets me rewind and try again. It doesn't tell me, hey, you messed up and here's what you have to do. It lets me keep failing until I get it right. And right now, I've just learned color association. The red block, I gotta jump that. This next one's kind of purple, right? Let's try the other one. There we go. I was able to avoid it. And you're just really, once you start playing through these and going through each level, you start to learn the patterns, the colors, and what to expect. It's pretty fun, honestly. And what I like is that each stage, failed that one, each stage is honestly not that long so far. The last one, number 11 that I'm on, yes, that one's gotten pretty long. But not so long that you feel completely cheated if you screw up the stage. It really is, you really get the sense that you're learning, that the game is teaching you what you're doing wrong and where you need to go. And not a lot of games quite get that right when it comes to difficulty curves. I've mentioned multiple times that when I talk about difficulty, one of my ideals is Ninja Gaiden. That was a game that I felt, while very difficult in the beginning, it eventually taught you how to play. It didn't really teach you per se, but you learned through your own actions what moves worked, what moves didn't, and how to counteract enemies on your own. And there you go. Unfortunately, I missed a few gold bars, and I missed part of the hyper, but that's okay. That's Bit.Trip Runner. And if he looks familiar, it might be if you saw one of my previous videos when I was doing Super Meat Boy. The main character's name is actually Commander Video, and he did have a cameo in Super Meat Boy. So, yes, this one has thrown me for a loop. It looks kind of simple at the beginning, but you'll kind of see. I'll give it an attempt here, let you see my utter failure. But while I'm failing, I'm going to say again, please go to humblebundle.com. Donate. You only need to donate $1 to get 5 of the games on Steam. The current average to beat is a little more than $6. So if you want to get all 10 games, including Bit.Trip Runner, Dust Force, Jamestown, Gratuitous Space Battles, and Wizorb, you're going to have to donate just over $6. It's about $6.20, I believe, for the donations on that. They all appear to be great games, and I have mentioned on more than one occasion the soundtracks. They're really great, and the beautiful thing is, as part of this bundle, you get the soundtracks to these games. They come in high quality as well. You do get the standard MP3, but you also get the high quality lossless FLAC audio. So if it looks interesting to you, go, donate. This is the cheapest you will ever get 10 games. You're helping a great cause, you're helping Child's Play and EFF, and you're also helping indie developers. I can see no reason not to do it. Alright, well, I will go ahead and continue through until I die here. Until then, my name is Kagekaze. I want to thank you all for watching. This has been a video spotlight for Bit.Trip Runner for the Humble Indie Bundle. I'll see you next time, guys.